Yes, that green blur can only mean one thing. It's the Neo Geo again, and we're playing the RetroTech 120p challenge. The rules are simple. You can have as many goes as you want, but as soon as you press record, it's you, 2 credits, and just see how far you get. And then whether you win, lose or draw, you can put your name onto a wheel with the game you'd like to have played next week, and your game may well come up. One thing I won't be doing is winning. This is a fighter, so I've got no chance at all. It is King of the Fighters 1996, a selection of Anthony Walker, who loves putting fist to jaw. It's one of the classic in the series. It was the follow-on, of course, from the Fatal Fury and Art of Fighting series. King of Fighters. It went on for absolutely ever. And you can diss people. Isn't that good? It was ported to the Neo Geo CD, the PlayStation 1 and the Saturn in 1996. And it of course came out on other things a bit later on. I think you can get like packs with them on. We could just play them on main like I'm doing now. Big cast of characters. Some of which are gleaned from Fatal Fury, some from Art of Fighting, some from Ikari Warriors, and some are just made up. So yeah, pretty good stuff. It's one of those really good SNK beat 'em ups. If you like that kind of thing, this is something that you will like. So yeah, right, good. So yeah, not very good at this game. You're going to discover. I don't get very far. I'm just not any good at these. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go straight into the general facts of the week. And this week, I saw this was King of the Fighters 96, and someone who's been kind of abound in social media in the last week. This is going to really pinpoint age this video when this was made. There was a girl who was following the band Phish around in 1996. And no one knows her name. She looks basically like Natalie Portman crossed with Chewbacca. But I thought, well, considering that's been in sort of the social media news, and this is 1996, I thought we'd look back at the 90s and some of the sexual scandals of the 90s. So this is less of a general facts of the week, more of a, do you remember that when that happened? Related incident. So the scandals I've picked out, and I think we'll remember all of these. The main one, of course, was Bill Clinton and 22-year-old intern Monica Lewinsky. So, yeah, he denied it all in the Oval Office. There was tape of it. He definitely did it. He's sort of still a bit sketchy, if you ask me. She was called America's blowjob queen. And Lewinsky declares herself the first person whose global humiliation was driven by the internet. I think she's probably right. Heidi Fleiss, in 1993, she was subject to an investigation, and she apparently had a black book containing famous names, including Charlie Sheen, and several other famous Hollywood names. She claimed also that her little black book also contains several world leaders, and if you see girls with those world leaders, they're probably hers. Yes. Woody Allen married the adopted daughter of his long-term girlfriend, Mia Farrow. She was 21-year-old Sun Yi Previn. I presume Mia Farrow previously been married to Andre Previn, I'm guessing. Allen claimed he never lived with her, so it was okay. He sort of knew her growing up, though, so it's still a bit weird, Woody, he did. So the next one is Hugh Grant and Divine Brown. I think this was all over the papers at the time, because Hugh Grant is just right becoming into his peak of his fame, and For Weddings and a Funeral. Really good actor, by the way. Loved him in Paddington 2. And he's been good in some other things as well recently, like The Gentleman, I think he was in, and stuff like that. Anyway, he was in lots of things, and he's a really good actor. But yeah, he was in a relationship with Liz Hurley at the time, and he was caught on Sunset Strip by the police with his crutch filled with the mouth of Divine Brown, the prostitute who made the most of it and ended up making quite a bit of money out of him. So good for her. The famous Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson sex tape was released in 1997. If you haven't seen it yet, on Disney Plus there is a show. I can't remember the name of it now, but it's sort of like a not a documentary, but a drama based on what happened, and it's got quite a good cast in it. Lily James plays Pamela Anderson. The guy who plays Winter Soldier, Stan, whatever his name is, plays Tommy Lee, and the guy who stole their tape is played by Seth Rogen. I thought it was really good. Camilla Gate. Now, I didn't actually remember this. Obviously, I know that Camilla and Charles were getting up to no good behind Diana's back, and that's why she's the queen now. But Camilla Gate scandal was in 1992, and there were tapes of Charles apparently saying that he would like to be Camilla's tampon, which you wouldn't really expect someone of royal descent to be talking about. Would you? I want to be Camilla's tampon. There's got to be a song there somewhere. And also in 1992, and this was one of my favourites at the time, a facially challenged Conservative cabinet minister, David Mellor, he had to resign after being caught in an affair with actress Antonia De Sancha. Now, one of the things she claimed, and was on the front page of The Sun, was that she was dressed... no, he was dressed even. He was dressed in a Chelsea kit while they did it. She since then has said that she made that up just for sensationalism, to keep it on the front page, and ergo make her more money. Fair play to her. Shouldn't be lying though. I'm not saying that. That's a bad lesson to teach my son. But I'm sure he wouldn't lie about having sex with a Tory cabinet minister while he's dressed in a Chelsea kit. So there's that. But yes, that's the end of the Gentle Facts of the Week. As I say, more of a meander down scandals past. So you can go, oh, yeah, I remember that. So what have we got coming up on the channel? Well, this week we've got Road to El Dorado. There was a cartoon film in the sort of late 90s that was about a couple of explorers who went to find their fortune in El Dorado, not the BBC soap opera of the same name. But they made a Game Boy Color game of it, so I've looked at that. It's a platformer. It's pretty average, but I don't want to say any more than that because I don't want to spoil it. Second credit on now, and then in the next few weeks I've got stuff coming up. I've decided to do like and I think other people should do this. In fact, if I mention this now, maybe you can respond quicker. But I've done a few videos of it already, but things that people are planning to put on the Spectrum, as in like the new release Spectrum coming out. I've decided to round it up from 48 to 50, to add another 52 to make it 100. So I'm doing a video on that. Don't know when I'm going to put that out. I think I might put that out quite soon, actually. I've also done some videos on Geordie Racer, a BBC game based on the TV show. That's coming up, and some other stuff as well, which I've forgotten. Austin Powers. I've had an Austin Powers video on the go for a while, but that's going to be coming up soon too. And Halloween video preparation has begun. I've recorded the first bit of that already. It's going to be a bit different this year, and I'm not going to tell you why. You're going to watch it, you're going to find out. As I get handed my bum by a lady with a very slender bum in my Shinrui, or whatever her name is. She's a ninja, and she must find it very hard to swing around a pair of nunchucks without getting bruising on her milkers. But yes, so yeah, the RetroTech 120p challenge is open to all. So if you haven't yet joined in, then, well, that's up to you, I guess. But it'd be nice to see you. And this is a game I think a lot of people will like. There's a lot of people that are really good at fighters. At the moment, it's looking like it's probably going to be Anthony who is going to win, I would say, even though I've not seen his video, because I know he's just good at fighters. And Sean Mellor doesn't play as much anymore. But I could be surprised. And if we get a new challenger in, I'm sure Anthony would be welcoming you with open arms, and he will clutch you to his bosom, as will I. But yeah, you should have a look at his video. You should have a look at everyone else's videos taking part as well, because undoubtedly you'll see further than the battle I got to. So it would be really good to see you if you can join us there. Have you got a favourite fighting game? Is it one of the SNK ones? I like the SNK ones quite a bit, to be honest. I think there's a lot of character to them. Street Fighter obviously is one that everyone talks about. Never liked Mortal Kombat. Controversial as it seems. I think it's because its early games had those digitised sprites, and it made me sour on the whole thing. I kind of like the dark atmosphere of them, the kind of old 70s kung fu movie elements to them, but like the digitised graphics and the fact that half the cast is different coloured ninjas just puts me off that game. Obviously, a big fan of Tekken, quite like Virtua Fighter. I've seen them make an Eternal Champions movie or TV series or something. Where on earth did they pull that one from, honestly? Probably we will get another game of that then, I suspect. Otherwise, that would be a bit weird. I know Sega are trying to cash in on their movie things. Saw the trailer for Sonic 3 when I went to see Beetlejuice the other day. And that's still plugging away. I'm going to probably have to take my son to see that because he loves Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm alright with Sonic. We've got an understanding these days. I was very, very pro Mario at the time, but when it came out, but I can appreciate Sonic these days. I can see it's a good game. Still not as good as Mario World. Don't care what anyone says. But that's the end of my go. But thank you for joining me, especially as I meandered like crazy at the end there. And yeah, as I said, give me some Spectrum things. Go on. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye.